Move on to the business news now on the programme. Start with a look at the markets. And Asian shares have been erasing earlier gains, swinging back, in fact, into negative territory as that new spike in new Chinese virus cases sent Hong Kong stocks tumbling and fueling fears about the economic impact of the outbreak. You can see there those drops on the Hang Seng there in Hong Kong, down nearly 3%. Some Asian tech shares, they were actually lifted, though, by Apple, reporting better than expected profits for the fourth quarter of last year. Now, the revamped North American Free Trade Agreement, now known as the US-Mexico-Canada Agreement, is to be signed. Canada still has to ratify it first, but all going to plan. The text will be finalised in Washington. Changes in the deal include a requirement for higher salaries for some Mexican auto workers, reforms to Mexico's labour laws, and a new dispute settlement for investors. Well, earlier we spoke to our correspondent in Washington, Ketavan Gorjestani.
When Donald Trump signs the USMCA into law, he'll be touting it as yet another campaign promise fulfilled and yet another impeachment time victory. The United States-Mexico-Canada agreement will be replacing NAFTA, an agreement that he once called one of the worst deals ever made. This new agreement, however, isn't exactly a radical overhaul of NAFTA. It's more like an upgrade, maintaining most of its provisions while providing expanded benefits, especially for American workers. But the USMCA is a rare example of a bipartisan victory in an extremely divided U.S. political landscape, having gone through the Democratic-controlled House and the Republican-controlled Senate with overwhelming support from both sides of the aisle. The New Deal, however, won't be coming into force just yet, as Canada still has to ratify it, and that's a process that could take some time as Canada's Liberal government tries to convince opposition parties to get on board.
Ketavan Gorjestani talking to us earlier on there. That's the business news.